Start doing a little roly-poly. Oh no, never mind, I didn't. Never mind. What's the... It's good. It's good internet. Definitely not great. So I'm not too sure about it. But I just thought I'd try.
Hi everybody, hello. I'm sorry, a couple minutes, not really a couple minutes. Gosh, I'm sorry, my skin is so dry too. Hi everyone. I just had a weird little situation right before my stream. So I'm sure a lot of people are aware. Twitch has had a problem, especially as of late, with a serious hate raid problem. And I was, scrolling Twitter this morning, whatever, and I was like, oh God, first, I'm gonna turn the trigger warnings off for a second. Actually, no, I'll keep them up. I'm playing Steins. These are the trigger warnings, by the way, so take a gander while I tell this weird little story that just happened. Anyway, I was scrolling through Twitter earlier today, and, they were people compiling lists of, like, hate raider names so that other Twitch streamers can be aware and whatnot. And I saw one and I was like, huh, because, and I didn't realize it until literally just now when I opened up my thing again, that this person, I almost like don't want to say the name because like, I'm just gonna, it's Four Gathers. Hopefully that doesn't like attract them to me like a demon or something. They had followed me a couple days ago actually, and I guess I probably said like, oh hey, welcome, like thank you for the follow. Apparently they're like one of the main perpetrators of these hate raids that has been plaguing Twitch, and if they follow you, like they can send a hate raid your way. And I'm really glad that I was scrolling Twitter this morning because I quickly realized just a second ago and blocked them and reported them for hate raiding. So hopefully I did a tiny bit of help. At the very least, hopefully I'm a little bit safer. I didn't think I would even be one of the, I was like, there's no way, I'm not big enough to get hate raided like that. That's not gonna happen to me, so I don't know. Anyway, that was weird. Oh my gosh, Cinema Hawk, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Why did my sound play? That's weird. Am I muted on myself? Probably. Who knows? Well, you got the little notification at the very least. Am I muted? My alert box has been on some shit lately. I don't know what's up with Streamlabs, but thank you so much. I really appreciate the Twitch Prime sub. But anywho, as I said before, playing Steins Gate, I actually have a good list now of what I'm doing, or not what I'm doing, of what I'm playing. Like, what am I trying to say? Words are escaping me. DoesTheDogDie.com, thank you for providing me with a better list than what I had come up with. Just be mindful of these if you're Yes, we finally know what's going on. So, speaking of finally knowing what's going on, let's continue learning what we're learning about CERN and our buddies. Actually, I don't want to leave like. I've got to get some chapstick on my face because my lips are killing me. So if you'll just give me 1 second, I'm gonna open up Steins Gate, and we're gonna listen to the nice, sweet, soothing piano music while I go grab some chapstick for my poor unfortunate face. My poor unfortunate face. Load, please. I want to play this visual novel. I know it's been a while. I'm probably gonna need to like give myself a bit of a refresher. Come on. You know you wanna. Yes. Okay. Oop, oop. We're gonna hang out here for a second. Let me go get some chapstick and some water. Okay, I'm back. God. Alright, well, I'll have y'all know that in my quest for simple chapstick, I broke two compacts of cover-up powder. Like, you know, like, boop, 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 boop. Broke them. Just one broke in half, and one launched itself out of my hand onto the floor, and now there's a pile of things that I will deal with after the stream. Chapstick. Got it. I'm ready. Can't play Steins Gate without your chapstick. I'm a mess. But it's okay. You know what? Aren't we all? A little bit. The world's a mess. I'm a mess. So true, bestie. As the youngins say. I also say as a youngin. I am very, very young. Okay. I don't know what the piano was doing just there. You good? You good, fam? Do you need some milk? Alright. You cannot be having trouble loading, my friend. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I guess it was... I'm scared to, like, do multiple saves, but I've been doing multiple saves because I can't keep track of it, though. Oh my god. Looking at the times, they're basically the same. It's because I do that thing that I save like one right after the next to make sure that I get it. Wait, did I save?
もしかしたら君もセルンに利用されたのかもしんないね。例えば両親を人質に取られ
Okay, so when we last left off,
研究させられたとか。
wait, where's the log? Hold on. Ooh. Oh. Backlog is... I don't want to use the keyboard because I'll fuck it up. Come on. Why are you doing this to me? No, don't. Just go back. Just go back. Okay. I'll use the controller. We got it. We're good. We got it. Jesus. Okay. Backlog. Maybe you were being used by certain too. Maybe they took your parents hostage and forced you to work on their time machine. Oh boy. Okay. Right. Right. So Suzuha is finally explaining why she has such animosity towards Kurisu. Okay. Kurisu's mother is in America. It's not terribly difficult to imagine CERN kidnapping her while Kurisu is away. After all, I watched Moeka kill Mayuri in cold blood. Oh my god, I never want to relive that ever again. Rounders. What's that? CERN's private army. Or something like that. Okay, I don't know why the music's like kind of skipping a little bit. Suzuha nods. On paper, they're an independent technology research firm. In reality, they do the dirty work for CERN all over the world. Oh shit. Oh whoops, I pulled up the phone. According to Moeka, they have two chief duties. First, to acquire IBM 5100s, the only computers that can access CERN's secret database. Second, to find promising scientists in the field of time travel and force them to cooperate with CERN, or eliminate them if they will not. So they already exist. I thought they might. In my time, they're our #1 enemy. Ooh, spooky. Spooky ooky. Dirty work? Does that mean like kidnappings and I almost half expected him to say something like perverted. Like, dirty work? Do you mean? Ugh. But I'm proud of him. He actually didn't. Suzuha looks to me with a question in her eyes. I shake my head. What does that mean? In my time, yes, but I don't think they've reached that level in this timeline. Or in this time yet. Daru is visibly relieved. He probably shouldn't be, though. Amane-san. You said that most of what you posted as John Titor was true, right? Right. Does that mean you know how the universe works? You claimed that the Everett Wheeler model, the many worlds interpretation, is correct. That was a lie. Camouflage so that CERN wouldn't target me. Oh, smart. She can't like let on too much. If I mix one lie into the truth, then the bad apple spoils the barrel. Ooh. So you don't know. I do. By 2036, scientists have successfully modeled the structure of the universe. Holy crap! That's really close in like all things considered. And it's not the many worlds interpretation. Attractor fields. Right. I told you by mail, didn't I? What sort of model is that? The universe is made up of world lines and attractor fields. Suzuha walks over to Mayuri's sewing table and picks up a ball of red yarn. Yes, please explain it to me because they've probably said it before, but I forgot. She holds one end of yarn and drops the ball to the floor, then holds about 1 meter of yarn in front of her face. Okay. Oh, it's like an actual photo of yarn. Countless possible world lines exist side by side, branching out to infinity. From a distance, it looks like a single string, but when you look closer, the string is actually made up of individual threads woven together. Okay. At the end, those threads converge on a single point. The paths are different.
経過は違うけ
The
ど
destination
結果は同じになる
is the same. No! That's giving me horrible feelings about Mayuri. No! No, because this is going to lead into the conversation that Mayuri's going to die. I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
それって
Determinism.
決定論じゃないの
Isn't that determinism?
近いかもねでももうちょっ
Close.
とアバウト
This model's a little looser.
多世界解釈と
You could say it
米
cherry
派
picks
解
from the
釈
mini world's
いいとこ取りっ
interpretation
て感じ
and the Copenhagen interpretation.
分岐はするが結末は同じ
But the branches all lead to the same place.
世
Does
界
that mean there's only one
結局
world
一つなのか
in the end?
そういうこと
Exactly.
で
Hello, Midna.
その
Crawling up to
収束
see
範囲
everybody?
内にある世界線の束が
You gonna get in the
アトラク
way?
トフィールド
The bundle of world lines that share a point of convergence is called an attractor field.
アトラクタフィールドもたくさんあ
Your
る
tail is tickling me. Silly kitty.
Why didn't you say hi to everybody?
You walked right past and didn't even stop to get your 15 minutes of fame.
Come here, sweet girl.
Oh, say hi to the kitty. Midna, say hi to everybody. Aw.
Hey, sweet girl. Such a good girl. All right.
Ugh. I'll put you back in your spot. The spot you like to sit. Alrighty. There are also many attractor fields.
このより糸は
This
アトラク
string
タフィールド
is an attractor field. This string is attractor field alpha. The threads are alpha world lines. Suya then cuts meter lengths of blue, yellow, and white yarn.
青がアトラクタフィールド
Blue is beta, yellow is gamma,
白がデルタとして
and white is delta.
それぞれベータ世界線やガン
I
マ
actually
世
know the
界
Greek
線
alphabet. I had to learn it when I was in college.
範囲
So
内
I
に
know
た
how
く
to
さ
sing
ん
the
内
Greek
包して
alphabet like I do the actual alphabet. Or not actual alphabet.
それこそ
That sounds so terrible.
Now
The
that
Phoenician
you
alphabet, I
cousin.
guess. The Arabic alphabet. Wait, is it the Arabic? No, that's numbers. Phoenician. The English one that we know and use. I'm trying to trying to keep it all straight in my head. Each is made up of countless beta world lines, gamma world lines, or delta world lines. She twists the different colored strings together, then stretches them out as one fat, multicolored string.
アトラクタフィールドもこんな風に
Attractor
い
fields
くつ
are
も重ね合わせ
superpositioned
状態になってる
like this.
それぞれのアトラクタフィールドごとで
In
は
each attractor
起
field,
きる事象
the
も
world lines
収束する
converge
結
on
果
a
も違
different
う
result. Okay.
干渉性は喪失してるわけ
They don't interact. Each attractor
それぞれ
field
が
is
独立を
independent
保ってる
of the others.
元をたどれば一つだし
Of course,
アトラクタ
they
フ
all
ィール
diverged
ドも
from a common
さらに
point,
マクロな視点で見れ
somewhere
ば
in the
収束する
past,
けど
and
そ
they
の
will
スパンは
all converge again at some point in the future.
より大きな分
But
岐
that takes many
と見ればいい
hundreds
か
of
な
years. Interesting. You can think of the attractor fields as very long world lines. I think I'm
エロ
following.
ゲに例えたらどういうこと？教えて、エ
Can
ロ
you
い人。
compare it to an eroge? Teach me, oh erotic one. Oh my god.
エロい人なんていない
There's no erotic one here.
いや
No,
エロゲに
he's
例え
right.
るのは間違っていない
It is like an eroge.
Heroine
Each
corresponds
heroine's
to
root is an
other
attractor
field.
field. And the
Some of
small
them
choices
are
within are the individual
so
world lines. I can understand science. Just explain it to me in terms of porn.
しかし最後には必ず
But at the end, they all enter the true
Grand
root for the grand ending.
共通ルートが長いか
And
短い
Midna
か
has jumped on top
そ
of
れ
the
が
TV
問題だ
again.
ちなみに僕だったら
The only difference is the length of the common parts. By the way, I choose the little sister's attractor field. That's weird.
勝手にしろ
Whatever.
ダメだこいつら
You
早
guys
く
are
なんとか
hopeless.
しないと
Better do something quick.
私にはその
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
真剣に受け取らなくていいわよ
Just ignore them. Let me get this straight. The reason I can't save Mayuri is that her death is the event upon which this attractor field converges. But that means the world really is killing Mayuri.
でもさ それじゃ未来を変えるなんて無理じゃね？
But then isn't it impossible to change the future? It always converges in the end, right? No matter what you do, the result's the same. That's right. That's why Mayuri dies no matter how many times I leap. No, don't! I don't like that! Don't say that! No!
今私たちがいるアトラクタフィールドアルファの範囲外に出る
We have to escape Attractor Field Alpha.
範囲外
Escape?
つまり
In
アト
other
ラクタ
words,
フィールドベータにある
we're going to
データ
jump
世界線
into
に
a
飛び移
world
る
line
ってこと
in Attractor Field Beta. This is about to get scary. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna quick save. I'm gonna actually save. Oh God. Wait. Did I save? Are those my saves? Seriously? Oh, I started this in 2020. Okay, I'm gonna... The skipping audio is bothering me, so I'm just gonna quick save real quick and... Wait, did I
つま
just...
りアトラクタフ
Oh, okay. Quick save. And now... I'm gonna... Give me 1 second. Why are you doing this? Yeah, it's like not... Had it with technology, y'all. I've had it! I've had it! Come on, restart real quick. You can do it. You know you wanna. There you go. Okay, yeah. Windowed. Oh, good God. Work, damn it.
もしかしたら君も
No, that's not where I No, no, no. Wait, it didn't save. Did it? Oh, come on. Are you for real?
セルンに利用
All
さ
right,
れ
we're
た
gonna
か
go
もしれないね
fast.
例えば両親を人質に取られ嘘ママが危ないの
It's not letting me skip.
ラウンダー
What is happening? Oh my God. Now it's not letting me skip. What is happening?
セルンの傭兵部隊
名目上はセルンとは独立したやっぱり
I'm going as fast as I can, y'all.
汚れ役って
I don't know why this is suddenly having
私の時代
issues.
ではそういうこと
ねえ、あまねさん。
そうだよ
I can't win, can I?
ということは、
あれはフェイクじゃ本当のな
じゃあ、
知ってるよ2003
アトラクタフィール
そう
それ、
世界の構造はよりいくつもの可能
Okay, this the yarn, the string, the yarn, the string, the yarn, the string, determinism,
近いかも
yes.
ね多世界
Come on,
分岐はする
work with
そう
me
いう
here.
ことでアトラクタフィこのより糸は青がアトラクそれぞれ ベータアトラクタフィそれぞれの干渉性元をたどれば一つだし、アトラクタ
エロゲに例え
いや、しかし最後に
共通ルートが長いから
勝手にしろ。
ダメだこいつら。はい。真剣に受け取らなくていいわよ。
でもさ、それじゃ未来を
今つまり
干渉できない
アトラクタフィー
分岐する瞬間。
ダイバージェンスが大きく変わ
Oh,
る分岐
okay,
点
see.
2010年にあるって。
Alright. Backlog. In other words, we're going to jump into the world. I thought attractor fields couldn't interact. Attractor fields are normally separate, but if we go to the instant they diverge is that now.
私は教わった。
Major divergence in 2010. This year,
ものす
an
ごい
earth-shattering event causes divergence
アトラクタフィー
at
ル
the
ドレベル
attractor field
枝
level.
分かれする。
The last time such a divergence occurred was in the year 2000, and before that in 1991.
なんで2000年と1991年
What happened those years?
どっちも
Decade changes, right? Events that changed the face of the world.
事件
1991年はソ連崩壊だろ。
1991 was the collapse of the Soviet Union, right? But what happened in 2000?
同時多発するのは
2001 had the 9/11 attacks.
2000年は2000年問題の年だよ。
The year 2000. Oh yeah, Y2K.
あれって騒がれた割には結局大した問題は起きなかったはず
But that was just hype. Nothing happened.
それは今私たちがいる
That's because the Alpha world line we're on
2000年問題
represents a
が起きなか
world
った
where
可能性世
Y2K
代だ
didn't occur. That's good, I guess. Where it did?
そして2010年
And that brings us to 2010.
今年って何か大きな事件
Did something big happen this year?
今年最大の事件は
What else could it be? Suzuha looks towards the Oh.
人類史上初のタイムマシン
But the
開発成
creation
功
of
以外に
humanity's
何か
first
ある
time
の？
machine.
そっかそうだよね
Oh yeah! Wow! We did it in this random apartment basically in
もう一つ疑問が。
Japan. One more question. Kurisu keeps plowing ahead. I guess that's what makes her a scientist.
重ね合わせ状態にある世界線
These world lines aren't
パラレルワールドってわ
parallel
けじゃないんで
worlds,
しょ。
are they?
違うよ
No.
あくまで
Ultimately, they're just
可能性世界
possibilities
線
that
が同時に
exist
存在しているだけ
simultaneously.
そうだとして
Okay.
世界線間の観測はどう
Then
な
how
る
do you observe the difference
神の
between
視
the
点で
world
も持たなき
lines?
ゃ無理なんじゃない
Wouldn't you need a god's eye view to do
普
that?
通ならねでも
Normally, however... Uh-oh. Suzuha looks at me. Don't tell me! I'm God! No, I'm kidding. Reading Steiner.
そういうネーミングなの
Is that what
岡
you
部
call
倫
it?
太郎には世界線を越えて観測ができる
Okabe Nintendo, you have the power to observe changes across world lines, correct?
あ、
You're God, right?
それが鍵になる
Maybe like let's not call the mediocre
世界
guy
の支配っていう時
God.
代から解き放つ
I feel like that has long-lasting
今の君は
complications
神
and
に匹敵する
consequences.
存在なんだよ
You have the power of a god.
俺の力が
My power.
アトラクタフィールドアルファの範囲
If
外
you escape attractor
ベータ
field
世界線
alpha
へ到達す
and
れば
reach a beta world line,
収束する結果も
then the
変わ
result
る
will change. I feel a shiver of excitement. Oh, is that what that is? So there's hope? I can save my You fucking better! Suzuha nods firmly. Then I must do it. I have no choice. No, you don't, because I would make you do it if I could. Wait a second. Kurisu, however, is not so enthusiastic.
それ本当に全部正
How do
し
we
い
know that this is all true?
天音さんの妄想
What
が
if Amane-san
マ
is
ッチっ
just
てる可能
making
性
stuff up?
何妄想なんか間違
What?
って
I'm not
ないよ
making stuff up.
落ち着け
Calm down. I'm not trying to pick a fight.
ただ疑問なのよ。そもそもどうし
But
て
I
あ
still
な
have
たが
questions. One, how do you know about Okabe's power?
2010年の岡部や
Two, how did you know Okabe and I were in Akihabara in 2010?
2017年生まれにしては
Don't you know a little too much for someone born in 2017? She has a point. Everyone looks to Suzuya.
父さんの遺書にそうあった。
It was written in Dad's will. Oh, his will.
遺書ってどういうこと？
What do you mean?
私がタイムトラベルを決意したのは
His will was what made me decide to time travel.
父さんは
My
私
dad
が
was
所
one
属
of
して
the
る
founding
レジスタンスの
members
設立メンバー
of
の
the
一人で
resistance.
セルンとは別
He
に
hid from
タイムマ
CERN
シンの
and
研究
researched
をして
time
たの。
travel on his own.
未来を変えるための研
He
究をね。
wanted to change the future.
でも父さんも
Oh no,
セルンに殺され
but
て
CERN killed him.
だから私は父
That's
さんの
why
意
I'm
志を継い
here.
で
To
ここにい
fulfill
る。
his dream.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. Suzuya doesn't look at. Are we gonna find out that she is like, I don't know, Okabe and Kurisu's daughter or some shit? Kurisu would never actively cooperate with CERN, I know that, but I just can't say it in front of Suzuha. For some reason, Suzuha really does see Kurisu as responsible for the problems of the future. See, I feel like this game and Zero Escape really play off of each other because, like, they're so, like, willing to just be like, Okabe, you can jump into a world line and make it all better. But it's like, Zero Escape kind of talks about, like, what happens to, like, the other one. You know, like, no matter how hard I struggle, like, what happens to the self that you leave behind? And they kind of touched on it, like, how will I know if it worked? Like, what happens afterwards? We don't see afterwards because we're living in Okabe's mind throughout this. Suzuha clears her throat as if to change the subject.
2010年
Akihabara 2010. The time machine created here accelerates CERN's own time machine research. I need to turn the speed up on this. You know, I figured I could. I saw it. We're gonna speed it up just a bit. We have to stop that from happening in order to guide history in a new direction.
そしてどうやって
Stop it? How?
セルンは俺たちの
CERN
存在
already
に気づいて
knows
いる
about us. That's clear from Moeka's attack.
原因は君たちが一
Dad
番最
believed
初
that
に
the
タイムマシ
ultimate
ンを
cause
使った時のメ
was
ー
the
ルデー
very
タだと
first
思う。
email you sent
父さんはそう
with
予
your time
測してた。
machine.
メールデータ
An email? It wasn't because they caught us hacking?
だから僕のハッキングはバレてないって言ってたろ
Like I said, nobody can catch my hacking. Good for you, Daru.
でも
Or sorry.
メールデータって
Which email are you talking about?
あれじゃないかな。クリスちゃんが死んじゃった
Oh my gosh.
オカリンのメール。
The email I sent to Daru right after Dr. Nakabachi's conference.
あれね。
Oh, that. Back then, we hadn't yet realized that the phone wave name subject change was a time machine. That it was.
その時空を超えたメー
CERN
ルを
probably intercepted that email and realized what it meant.
あの時から
They were
More
already
politics.
onto us back then? Come to think of it, the first time I met Moeka was the day after I sent that email. Yep.
泳がされてたんだな
We really jumped in the deep end, huh? Yeah, I'll say.
マユシーはね、平泳ぎが得意だよ。
Mayushi's good at the breaststroke. I'm sure she is.
Hey,
Daru,
hey.
Daru.
水中 M 字開脚水中 M 字開脚
Alright, then do a sexy underwater pose. God damn it, Daru!
しかし一体どうやって補足を
But how did they intercept our email? Hundreds of millions of emails are sent around the world each day. Because they're...
セルンはエシュロンのネットワークを
CERN
利用し
uses the Echelon network to collect communications pertaining to time travel research worldwide.
エシュロンだと
Echelon?
本当に
It really exists? As an expert on conspiracies, I understand the implications, and they terrify me. No one else seems to get what Suzuya is saying, though. I don't. I don't know what the Echelon system is, or the Echelon whatever the fuck.
セルンはさ
Echelon
自分たち
sees
以外の
everything.
タイムトラベル研究に
Any
ついて
transmission that even
エシュロン
hints
で
at
常
time
に
travel
アンテナを張
is
って監
filtered
視してる
and
んだよ
sent to CERN. For example, an email that appeared to have come from the future. Oh boy. Oh no.
捉えられた最初のメールデータを
We need to find the record
セ
of
ルン
that
の
email
コンピ
in
ューター
CERN's
から消去し
database
なきゃ
and delete it.
そうすればセ
If
ルン
you
は
do
君た
that,
ちには気づかない
then CERN will never know
タイ
you
ムマシンが
exist.
2034
Their time
年に完
machine
成することもなく
won't
な
be
る
completed in 2034.
それどころか
If we're lucky,
タイムマシンの研
the
究そのも
program
の
may
が
be shut down
頓挫する
entirely.
かも
I feel like it's not that easy. In other words, deleting that data will take us to the attractor field where CERN doesn't build a time machine. This is complicated.
でもセルンのデータベ
There
ースはハ
wasn't
ッ
any
クした
data
け
like
ど
that when we
それっ
hacked
ぽいデータはなかったよ
CERN's database.
IBN5100
The IBN 5100.
おお
そうか IBN5100
Of
で構
course,
築されてい
CERN's
た
IBN
あのデータベース
5100
か
database.
あの中にきっ
That's
とエシュロ
probably
ンから
where
集め
they
たデータ
stored
が
the
蓄積され
data
てる
from Echelon. So that's what it is. But we're in a world line that, or not a world line, well I guess a world line.
なぜもっと早く IBN5100 を使わなかったのだ
Why didn't we use the IBN 5100 earlier?
いや使わなかったのだとか言われて
There it
も
is.
そもそも持ってないし
We never had one?
何を言っている俺が手に
What are
入
you
れてきたで
talking
はない
about?
か
I got one, remember? Nope, not in this world line.
はい
We lost it. Right, that was on a different world line. Yep. On this world line, I never found the IBN 5100. Those bastards stole it!
私の役割はさ
My
君たち
mission
に
is to make sure
IBN
you
5100
acquire an
を隠すこと
IBN
なんだよ。
5100.
持っているのか
You have one? Suzuya shakes her head.
1975年に行って
I'm going to 1975 to obtain one. Oh my god, the year the IBN 5100 went to market. How is she gonna do that? Her time machine's like fucking bust, though. I know because the John Titor in 2000 said it was his mission. Was that John Titor's Suzuha too? Anyway, if Suzuha can get us an IBN 5100, then we can leave this attractor field and well, you can, and jump to a beta world line where CERN never finds us and their time machine's never completed. The end, and then everybody's happy, right? Probably not. I highly doubt that. It's probably not going to be that easy. Mayuri won't have to die, which is the main goal. I really don't want her to
な
die.
らば善は急げだ
Alright, we need to move
今す
fast.
ぐにでも1975年に
How
飛んで
soon
もらお
can
う
you leave, Suzuha?
そうしたいのは山々なんだけど
I was trying to leave when you caught me, but... Suzuha bows her head apologetically. I look at her burnt hand. She's hiding it from Mayuri and Daru, but I can see the blood staining her handkerchief. Yep. It hurts to look at. Maybe we should get her to a doctor. There's no time!
タイムマシンは
Right.
壊れているんだったな
Your time machine's broken.
直せないの
Can you fix it?
無理私は父さんが作ったもの
No,
を
I
持ってき
just
ただ
read
け
it.
だ
My
から
dad's the one who built it.
仕組みそのものはマニュアルを
I've
完璧
memorized the
に暗記して
manual,
るけど
so I know how it works, but that doesn't mean she knows how to repair it. And there's no guarantee that a time machine from 2036 can be repaired with today's technology. It's looking pretty bleak. Looking pretty bleak.
タイムリープマシンで遡るのは
Maybe we can use the time leap machine to go
Amane-san
back
の
before
タイムマシンが
Amane-san's
壊れる
time
前へ。
machine broke.
っていうかタイムリープマシン使う気
Wait,
な
you're
ん
going to use the time
実
leap
験し
machine.
ないってことでファイ
Wasn't
ナ
the
ルアンサ
plan
ーじゃな
not
か
to
った
experiment? I still haven't told Daru about my time leaping. There's no time to explain. Haha. Finally, somebody said it, but that wasn't me.
場合によっては使う。
We'll use it if the situation demands.
いつ
Do you
壊れ
know
た
when it broke, Suzuha? When you crashed into the fucking building?
きっとこの前の深夜に降った雨だよ。
No, but it was probably the rain a few days ago. It's supposed to be
水
airtight,
浸しになっ
but
てたから。
the inside was all wet when I checked it today.
あんだけ派手にビルに激突してんだしその時
Maybe
に
it made
穴
a
で
hole
も
when
開
you
いたんじゃ
crashed
ね
into Radicon?
あれは激突したんじゃないよ。
That wasn't a crash.
表計算に
The
わずかな
coordinates
誤
were
差があった
slightly
し
off,
あそこに出現しちゃっただけ。
so it just appeared there.
あのマシンって結構不安
It's not
定な
exactly the most stable machine.
それで雨が降ったのは何
I
日
guess that's true. It didn't really crash, did it? It just kind of...
10日の朝夜明け前には降っていた
The morning of the 10th, just before dawn. The time leap machine can only cover 48 hours in a single leap. And the time leap machine was completed today, the 13th, at 2 p.m. That means we can't go farther back than 2 p.m. on the 11th.
ダメだ
Damn, we can't
タ
get
イ
there
ムリ
with
ー
the
プマシ
time
ンじゃ
leap
届かない
machine. I thought we had a glimmer of hope.
直す努力はしてみるべきだと思うわけだが
I think we should try to fix it.
そうだよ。タイムマシンならね、時間はあんまり関係ないもん。
It's a time machine, so we have plenty of time, right? Good call, Mayuri. Come on, y'all know she's right. She's right, though. We know. Unless, oh, right. In less than 2 hours, Mayuri will die. It's already 5:30. Ah! There's barely enough time to sneak into Radicon, let alone fix Suzuha's time machine. Maybe I should leap now to 2 p.m. on the 11th. Then we'll have two full days to fix the machine. Well, then you have to explain it to everybody again.
みんな小腹が空いただろ
You're all
う
hungry,
空い
aren't
たはず
you?
だ
You should be.
いきなりなんぞ
What's this all of a sudden? Yeah, what's happening?
よしは腹ペコです。
Mayushi's hungry! As expected from a glutton. She's not a glutton, she's a foodie. I take a 10,000 yen bill out of my wallet. Damn,
マ
bro.
ユリダル
Mayuru?
買い
Daru?
出しに行ってきて
I leave the shopping to
それ
you.
を食べながら
We can come up with
改
a
めて
plan
対策を練ろうでは
while we eat. Okay.
わあ、オカリ、こんな
Well, Okarin, what are we going to do with all this money?
これで買ってこいと言っている
Buy food.
釣りはいい
Lots of food.
というより全部
Use
使
it
い
all.
切ってこい
Because I'm gonna get it back soon.
1万円もおごってみせる
You just calmly hand over a 10,000 yen bill? Wow, Okarin, you make it look easy. That's why we love you. That's why we admire you. Mayuri and Daru leave in high spirits. I knew the 10,000 yen bill would work. It did. It sure did.
クリスティーナそれにタイ
Christina? Tyler?
タイターって私のこと？
Tyler, is that me?
他に誰がいる
Who else?
なんでいきなり呼び方変わんの？
Why are you calling me that now?
タイターの中の人だから
Because you're the one behind Tyler's mask.
そうだけどさ、
Well, yeah, but
無駄よ岡部がまともに名前
Just give
を
up.
呼ぶことなんて
Okabe rarely calls anyone by their
諦め
name.
て
そういえば私も
Oh
バ
yeah,
イト
he always calls me part-time warrior for some reason.
二人とも聞け
Listen, you two.
俺は
I'm going to leave to 2 p.m. on the 11th.
そこで
After Tyler explains herself,
今の
again,
してもらう
we'll start repairs on the time
今
machine.
のこの時間
Our goal is to have it
13時17時
working by this time today.
当てはあるの
Is that the best plan?
今から2時間もがくよりはマシ。
It's better than trying to fix it when we only have 2 hours left.
直せなければ
If it doesn't work,
何度でも
I'll just keep repeating the same 2 days.
ごめん
I'm sorry.
タイタン。
This is risky. I mean, they're all risky, but I mean, this is pretty risky.
これはお前のためでも
Never
未来
forget,
のためでもない。
I'm not doing this for you,
あくまで
and I'm not doing it for the future. My mission is to save Mayuri. Aww.
独善的だと言いたければ言えばいい。
Call me self-righteous if you
だが
want.
俺は
However,
誰の指図も受ける気はない。
I'm doing this my way. Kurisu and Suzuha give an encouraging nod in agreement.
よし、
Good.
作戦開始だ。
Then let's begin.
作戦名は言わないのか。
You're not going to name the operation? Oh, come on. Who cares about that? Oh, shit! We got some character development up in here! This isn't a game! Mayuri's life hangs in the balance. Oh my god!
北欧神話でいいネーミング
Is this character development? Are we actually seeing this man grow as a
なんで
person?
北欧神話
Why Norse mythology?
深い意味はないと思う。あえて言うなら
I don't think there's a
中
deep
二
meaning
病患
behind
者
it.
はゲルマン
Shinibu
系ネーミング
patients
が
just
大
love
好きだから
Germanic names for some reason.
そういえば私がいたレジス
Now
タン
that
ス
you mention it,
作
most
戦
of our
名
operation
どん
names
ど
in
ん
the
ゲルマン系のネーミング
Resistance
だった
have
かな
Germanic names
なんでって
too.
聞いたらこれは
Whenever I ask, they say it's tradition.
26年後にも
They're foreshadowing so hard. So there's still Shinibu in
くだらない会話を
2036.
しているな。
Rintaro is her father. He's killed by CERN, and it's probably at the hands of Kurisu because it's going to be dramatic, which is why Suzuya hates her so much. And there's this horrible fucked up family dynamic, and blah blah blah. But it's not the weirdest fucking time loop family I've ever encountered. I did play Zero Escape. I'm not going to say anything else if you haven't played Zero Escape, but... Anywho. Before Mayuri returns, or whatever. Yeah, that works. Wee! Let's go! And we going back in time. We going back in time. 2:21. Where were we? I don't even remember. When I come to, I'm standing with my phone in my hand. While I wait for the ringing in my ears to subside, I check the date and time on my phone screen. I like the Gmazon box in the background. August 11th, 2:21 p.m. That was only a couple days ago. As a matter of fact, I leapt twice, first to 2 p.m. on the 13th when the machine was completed. From there, I leapt an additional 48 hours to 2 p.m. on the 11th. Yeah, it was one right after the other, now that he mentions it. It was my first consecutive leap, but it seems to have gone well. I immediately head downstairs to see Suzuya. I'm relieved to see that her hand isn't burned. When I explain the situation, Suzuha races to Radicon to confirm my story. After she realizes that I'm telling the truth, I take her back to the lab and have her repeat the explanation she gave us before I time leaped. Cool. Thank you for not making me have to listen to it again. Because it was long. We come to the conclusion that all we can do right now is try our best to repair Suzuha's time machine.
じゃあ早速見に行ってみるべき。
Let's go take a look. Daru was unusually enthusiastic. I guess Suzuha's talk of attractor fields and divergence and correcting history mistakes got his blood pumping. Probably.
ちょっと待って待って
Hold on, everyone! Mayuri stops us as we're about to leave the lab.
ねえねえみんな
Guys?
もう一つ
Aren't we forgetting something? Are we?
もう一つなんぞ
Like what?
すず
What about Suzu-san's dad? Oh, right. I thought Suzuha was lying about that. But when I turn to her, she looks away. Oh. That doesn't matter now, does it? It does too. I mean, it'll take time to fix the time machine. We should help Suzuha-san find her dad in the meantime. Right? Oh, Mayuri, you're so sweet. It is that you don't know. When I show reluctance, Mayuri puffs out her cheeks. She's my favorite. She really is. Don't be like that, Okarin. You have to keep your promise. What promise? We promised, remember? We said we'd all look for oh my gosh. We'd all look for Suzu-san's dad. That's right. We convinced her to stay by promising to help look for her father.
So.
I mean, if we find him and it's not Okabe. I know Suzu-san has a mission and stuff, but I think she also came because she really wanted to meet her dad. Mayushi wants to make that happen. If Mayuri feels that strongly about it, there's no way I can refuse. And maybe he'll know how to fix it now, because maybe he was working on it. Shina Mayuri. You're such a nice girl. Yes, she is. I love her. Suzuha sniffles. Aww. You're right. I thought I could find him if I came to this town. I know that he was in Akihabara in 2010. So your father's real? Of course he is. At this age, he's probably still young and cool. If it's Okabe, no. His name was Barrel Titer, right? Yeah, that's right. Wow, a foreigner? No, I'm pretty sure he's Japanese. Barrel Titer is his code name in the Resistance. I don't think he's using it yet. Because he's using Hoyin Kyoma or something. They're foreshadowing this so hard. So that's why Suzuha called herself John Titer. Oh my god. Stuttering a little bit, sorry. I don't know his real name. Some daughter, huh? It's, oh my god, I just know it in my heart of hearts. Suzuha looks like she's about to cry for an instant, but she quickly covers it with a bitter smile. Relatable. He died before he could tell me. Hearing that, I realize how hellish the world she came from must be. What about your surname, Amane? That was my mother's maiden name. So you have no leads? Leads? Oh, there is one thing. Suzuha claps her hands together and starts patting her pockets. A few seconds later, she reaches into one and pulls out... a pen? I've seen Suzuha fiddling it with it before. It's just a regular pin, the kind you stick on your hat or bag. There's something written on it. It reads, Oshim... this belonged to my dad. A memento. Isn't that the logo for the Steins Gate desktop icon? Daughter runs a search, but he gets only incomprehensible foreign sights. He was here in Akihabara, so I think we can exclude the foreign sites. Okay, got it. He narrows the search down to Japanese sites. But even then, none of the results look relevant. Nothing. But this has to be some kind of hint. With Suzuha's permission, I take a picture of the pen. Okay, all in favor of helping Suzu-san find her dad. I want to argue that there's no time for that, but Mayuri's right when she says that there's a time machine. The time machine won't be ready for a while. I guess there's no harm in letting her have her way. After all, there's no point in running, not even with 2 days head start. Even if I dragged Mayuri to the ends of the earth, we wouldn't be able to escape her death. I know that now.
反対はしない。
No objections.
オカリンありがとう。
Thanks, Okarin! Daru raises his hand in agreement. So does Kurisu. It's decided. We'll help Suzuha find her father.
みんな
We're going on a dad expedition! Everyone, thank you.
私
But
は
I want to be clear that my mission in 1975 comes first. That was my dad's final wish after all.
てなわけで
So if we still haven't found him by the time repairs are
父さんを
complete,
探すのは諦めるって
I think we should give up. Is that okay?
それでいいの
Are you sure?
そんだけ探して見つかんないならさ
If we still haven't found him by
会える
then,
運命に
it
なかった
just wasn't meant to
ことだと
be.
思うし
It's a relief to hear Suzuha say that.
でどうやって
So
探
where
す
do we
の
start?
ピンバッジしかヒントがない
The
の。
pin is our only hint.
これを
We'll
元に
hit
する
every
しかない
store in Akiba that sells things like this.
餅は
Maybe
餅は
someone will know where it came from.
マニア、
マニアなショップって
What kind of stores?
秋葉にはマニア
Akiba is full of
御用
niche stores
達
where you
のアン
can
ダーグラウン
find
ドのショ
strange
ッ
and
プ
cool
が
accessories.
数多くあるだろ
It's hard to sneak into Radicon in the daytime. There isn't a crowd out front like before, but pedestrian traffic remains constant. It takes us about 30 minutes to find a way in. Kurisu is back at the lab working on the time leap machine. It needs to be complete by 2 p.m. on the 13th. If she's late, it could affect my ability to time leap, which would lower my chances of saving Mayuri. I actually kind of forgot about thinking about that. I'm glad that they remembered. Speaking of Mayuri, she wandered off somewhere in search of Suzuha's father.
どうだ
How does it look? I call to Daru, who's examining the flooded satellite. I mean time machine, while Suzuha and I keep lookout. Daru crawls out of the machine. He's covered in sweat and his breathing is heavy. We quickly help pull his huge body out. The time machine is completely visible from the street. If someone were to see us up here, they might report us to the police, which would be bad. It's been 2 weeks since the satellite appeared, but Akiba still has tourists who come just to see it. We need to take care not to be noticed.
この中むちゃくちゃ暑い毛に
It's
つい
so
て
freaking hot in there.
蒸し風呂ってレベルじゃねえ
It's
ぞ
worse than a sauna. Spend too much time in there and I'll turn into Daru jerky. Oh, you'll be fine. By the way, it's not gonna fall or anything, right? The time machine is balanced precariously on the ledge, but the police have hooked up support wires, so Daru probably has nothing to worry about.
治りそう
Can it be fixed?
いやまだ確証はないけど
Well, I still don't know for
でもさ
sure, but there is one
ちょっ
thing I
と
noticed just
触
now.
ってみてきこれってなんか電話レン
It's
ジと
built
似て
kind
る
of
か
like
もっ
the
て
phone wave. Well, that makes
So-
sense.
直せる可能性もあるんだな
Probably because Okabe
いや
is
だ
her
から
father.
確証はないって
I said I'm
もう
not
ちょっ
sure.
と調べな
I
い
need to
と
poke around some more.
ダルよスーパーハカ
Everything depends on your skills
お
now.
前の腕にかかっていると言っていい世界を救ったスーパーハカ
You are the super haka
2036
who
年に
will
おいて
save the world.
タイムマシンの母
In 2036, people will worship you instead of
人
Kurisu,
々から崇め立て
the
まつ
mother
ら
of
れる
the
ことにな
time
るだろう
machine.
ハッカーじゃなくてハッカーって言えっつってんだろ
It's hacker. How many times do I have to tell
とに
you?
かく2日で何とかしてくれ
Anyway, you have 2 days. Do whatever it takes, Daru. I place my hand on Daru's shoulder and look straight in his eyes. Now kiss! I'm just kidding.
お前だけが頼りなんだ
Your only hope.
自信はないよそもそも
Save
なんで
me,
2日
Daru
ない
Kenobi. You're our only hope.
それは
Oh god, that's when my Yuri will die.
2日後がさ
In 2 days, the weather conditions will be perfect for creating the ring
一番いい気象条件なんだ
singularity.
よそれを逃すと
If we miss that window, we won't have another chance until next year. Nice excuse, Suzuha.
そうだそういうことだ
Precisely.
2日で直せとか
Fix it in
無茶
2
言
days?
うなっ
That's
つう
just
の
nuts.
ならばそんなお前に
But if you
フェイルス
do,
と一日デ
you'll
ートで
earn
き
the
る権利
right
を
to
や
a date with Ferris.
え
He's super
Yeah,
motivated
but-
now. Can you fix it?
いいですとも
No problem. Great, now I just need to figure out how I'm going to convince Ferris. That's not okay. We're searching for something with the same cryptic logo as this mysterious pin. Honestly, I didn't think it would be this difficult. Akiba has plenty of niche stores, but they're all for electronic goods and PC parts. There aren't that many selling accessories like Suzuha's pin. We check every one we can find, but come up empty-handed. None of the store employees have any idea where it came from either. We even check nearby neighborhoods like Ueno and Asakusa. Nothing. I cannot speak today. Suzuha and I returned to the lab with heavy hearts. Well, that wasn't great. Welcome back. Kurisu emerges from the ow, I just bit my tongue. The development room to greet us. She's alone. From the looks on your faces, I guess you didn't find anything. Where's Daru? He hasn't come back yet. It's already dark, so maybe he went straight home? It's too dark to work at Radicon now. We can't use lights because that would be too conspicuous to the people below. Mayuri isn't around. Is she making any progress in the search for Suzuha's father? I feel bad. There's no time for this. I feel bad too because now I'm starting to think that they've already found out that they're doing this and CERN's gonna come get them. It's not for you. We're doing it to save Mayuri. Yeah. I start up Daru's computer and search the net for communities of people who collect unique pins. I'll investigate tomorrow based on the information I find. There's a pin collecting group on a site called Free Para where everyone shows off their collections. I post there asking for information. Oh. I'm sleeping on the couch when a loud alarm rings in my ears. Is it CERN? I jump up and see Kurisu and Suzuha. Kurisu is holding her phone. That's the source of the sound.
Good morning.
Oh, she said it in English. Her sour expression says it's not good at all. I wish she'd put herself in my shoes and see what it's like to be woken up suddenly like that. Dude. My man. My guy. Buddy. Pal. Home slice. Home biscuit. Home skillet. This woman is making the time machine that makes your ability to save your friend possible. So how about you cut her some slack when she's a little pissy in the morning? I check the time on my phone. It's just before 7 a.m. You came to wake me up? Thanks. I didn't do it for you. I'm not here for you. I asked her to wake you up, Okabe Rintaro. There's something I want to ask you. I realize that there's a strange object sitting on the table in front of me. Hey, that looks familiar. What's this? A divergence meter. The numbers indicate the divergence value of the current world line. Ooh. The meter displays 0.33718%. So, gosh, almost 4%, I guess. A little over 3%. Divergence is measured from my original world line, which corresponds to 0. Okay. You made this? No. I brought it with me from 2036. These are Nixie tubes, right? Whoever made this has taste. I'd happily dub it Future Gadget number 9. How exactly does it work? It shouldn't be possible to measure changes like that. Suzuha shrugs. I don't know either. You don't know? Can you guess who made it? How should I know? You did, Okabe Rintaro. Huh? You made it, 11 years from now. It apparently works the same way your special power does. Huh. So this meter lets other people check world line divergence. I wish. I'm pretty sure only Okabe Rintaro would notice if the number changed. Because he's God! What? Then there's no point. Make something useful for once, Okabe. Damn, savage. I ignore Kurisu's complaints and look at the meter again. This is something I made. 15 years have passed since I completed it. 11 years will pass before I complete it. It's a strange feeling. Only the person who made it knows how it works. Wait 11 years, I'm sure he'll have figured it out by then. Have you met me in the future? She did say I was an infamous terrorist in 2036. For some reason, Suzuha's expression darkens momentarily. No. Never. Oh. It's her dad! He's her fucking dad! I know that he is! This is like so weird. Anyway, so why are you showing me this? When the meter reads over 1%, you've made it to the beta world line. 1%. Right. Reach 1% divergence, and you'll save Shida Mayuri. I stare at the glowing red numbers. They don't budge. Just another 6.6%. It seems so easy. But there are 6 digits after the decimal point, and no tens place. What does that mean? Something tells me it won't be as easy as it looks. You can have it. No point in me carrying it around. I hope you'll find a use for it. Okay, so we have a divergence meter now. Ranasamic. Vivia. I love it. Somvi. I like all of these off-brand off-brand brands. Based on recommendations from the BBS thread, I spend the morning visiting stores in Akiba. My destinations run the gamut from otaku stores packed with anime goods to souvenir shops full of Olympic memorabilia. Olympic memorabilia? Kind of ironic since the current Olympics in 2021 are, well, I guess they're 2020 Olympics, but, you know, are in Tokyo. I even visit a few that specialize in locally manufactured goods. But although I hit just about every kind of store that could be considered niche, I'm unable to find anything that resembles Suzuha's pen. Maybe I should go all the way to Ikebukuro or Nakano. I start heading back to the lab, but just then a street vendor catches my eye. The storekeeper is a foreigner covered in tattoos. The table next to him is covered with accessories and other fashion items. He sounds cool. This is the first time I've seen such a stylish street stand in Akiba. Most vendors just sell random junk. It's not like I have anything to lose, so I walk over and check out the selection. Among the various accessories, I see a number of metal pens. What a coincidence. Could he have a pen like Suzuha's? I don't see the Oshima 710 logo on any of the displayed accessories, but I'd better ask to be sure. He's a foreigner, so maybe I should use English? Our eyes meet. His eyes are as bright and blue as the sky. You can definitely a foreigner. That's like the classic foreigner thing. They blonde hair, blue eyes. And I guess sometimes tattoos. I just keep going back to Carlos from freaking Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma. Because I'm just like, he is like the most American. Anywho. I quickly look away. Damn, he must think I'm a coward. Better get this over with.
Hey, master. I am mad scientist. So cool. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god! Bruh. Hey master, I am mad scientist. So cool! Son of a bitch. I like how he punctuated the sentence with son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Like, what the... Oh no. Oh no. I mean, more courage than I would have to like just. I have anxiety talking to people in my native tongue, and I've tried to talk to people and like, this is a real bruh moment. Like, this is like the biggest bruh moment we've had so far, I feel. But I do give him credit for talking to a complete stranger in a completely foreign language to him, because I know that that's really, really freaking hard. And I just, though I swear to God, if somebody walked up and said what he said, especially in the way that he said it to me, I don't think I'd be able to stop myself from laughing at least a little bit. Like, that's funny though. Wait, hold on. Can we listen to that again? Wait, hold on.
Hi, Nandes.
Hold on. Hold on.
Hey, master. I am mad scientist. So cool. Son of a bitch.
One more time. One more time. One more time.
Hey, master. I am mad scientist. So cool. Son of a bitch.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, he actually answered in Japanese though. He smiles a wide toothy smile, nice teeth, and answers in Japanese. I was hoping for more of a reaction.
ちょっと聞きたいことがある。
I have a question if you don't mind. Son of a bitch. Wait, what is he, like, what does he think that that means? Like, but I don't know why he would punctuate his sentence with it, you know? Like, I guess there's no logic to it. Anyway, I take the photocopy of Suzua's pen out of my pocket.
これに見覚えが。
I want to make a sound alert that just says that, son of a bitch. That was funny. Actually, no, I want to make two sound things. I want to make one that says the son of a bitch, and I want to make one that says the so cool. 'Cause what? Does this look familiar? Anyway, back to the seriousness of the situation. The man stares at it for a while, then shrugs and shakes his head in the exaggerated manner typical of Westerners.
これの出所が知りたい。
I want to know where it came from. Can you help me find out?
Oh,
remember. Sorry.
Sorry. ちょっと難しいですね。
What is he saying?
By the way, これはどこで手に入れたものなんですか?
Where'd you get this
それを
thing?
知りたい。報酬は出す。
That's what I want to know.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. He apologizes in broken Japanese. Looks like this is another dead end. Just in case, I give him my contact information and ask him to get in touch if he finds out anything, then I turn to leave. Uh-oh. Suzuha standing a short distance away. She's holding a drink. It's my favorite, Dr. P. No, wait, that's cola. Okay, what? Want a drink? I accept the offer and quench my thirst while leaning on the roadside fence. Wow, just like a commercial. Last time I saw her, Suzuha was on her way to Kanda to continue the search. How long has she been standing here?
成果は
Anything? Nope. So, what was with your English back there? Yes, I would like to know, please. It's so cool. Is that standard English this
そんなわ
era?
けあるか。
Of course not.
そうなんだ。
Oh, so it's an Okabe Rintaro original. There's no overseas travel in my time, so I
私の
wouldn't
生まれ
know.
た時代にはさ、
Wait, none? Really?
海外旅行がな
No overseas travel?
行ったことが
What,
ない
you mean at all?
ではなく、
そう。
Pretty much, travel permits are hard to get, and they'd never issue one for a vacation. I'd never seen a foreigner before coming to this time.
だから外国人を見た
So
の
in
は
the future, no one is allowed to leave Japan. That's creepy. Japan was like that a few centuries ago, too, when the Tokugawa shogunate closed the country to the west. Sounds like CERN set international relations back hundreds of years. Perhaps that's why there's no war in Suzuha's time. It's hard for conflicts to emerge when races and cultures can't interact. Ooh, that's a little bit eugenicsy, though. Ooh, I don't like that. That's awful. That's not good. We're better with our differences. Not, wow. Ooh, I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Sounds kind of like a prison with invisible walls, guarded by CERN and the Committee of 300. I mean, ending war is obviously a good thing, but... Anyway, there's no point thinking about the distant future now. We need to come up with a new plan. The sunlight beats on my head, making it hard to think. I feel like I'm standing in a sauna. Why does the sun hate me so much? Shining in the center of the sky like he owns the damn place. Damn it, why can't we find any information on that pin? I suppose it's no skin off my back if we don't find Suzuha's father. It's you, my man. As long as Daru fixes the time machine, nothing else matters. So why do I feel so bad about my lack of progress? I really don't know. Maybe I'm just frustrated by my own powerlessness. I can't save Mayuri. I can't fix Suzuha's time machine. I can't even help Kurisu with a time leap upgrade. So what am I good for? The only thing I can do is help Suzuha find her father.
もしかして
Maybe this pen is newer than we think. I mean, maybe it hasn't been made yet. Suzuha stretches, then looks at me with a calm smile.
やっぱさ、
Maybe I'm not meant to meet him. I mean, we've tried everything and still no sign. It's just not in the cards, I
こんだけ
guess.
探してもないんだから。もう無理無理。全然無理だね。
I feel a surge of anger at her words. Here I am stewing in self-loathing, and she acts like it doesn't matter?
諦めるのか。
How could you give up? We still have one more
まだあと
day.
一日残っているぞ。
何起こったの
Why are you getting mad?
みんなお前のためを
Everyone's
思って
fighting for
頑張
you,
ってい
don't
る
you
のだ
get
と
it?
分かっているのか。俺だって
Me? I want to prioritize my Yuri over everything else.
それでも
But you're still a lab mem, a
お前
friend.
はラボメ
When a friend's in trouble, you want to help them. That's how my Yuri felt, and I agree. That's why I'm searching.
お前が真っ先に諦め
So
て
how
どう
dare you be the first one to give up?
怒鳴んないでよ。
You don't have to yell.
あまり
Don't disappoint me like
お前
this.
させるな。
I tell myself to calm down. This is just my own feelings of impotence boiling over. There's no time for this.
悪かったよ。
I'm sorry,
でも
but
君
maybe
さ
you should think about how I feel.
言い方が
I realize that we have an
これからのスペースすぎる
audience.
と思うよ。
Some pedestrians are grinning at us, like they think we're a bickering couple or something. I take a deep breath.
言い過ぎたもん
You're right. I shouldn't have said that.
な。謝る。
It's too awkward to make eye contact, so I look around, pretending to think.
さて
All right, what's next?
これからどうするか。
I wonder how the other lab nims are progressing. I'm especially concerned about Daru. Depending on the situation, he might need some relief. He's been working in that heat for hours, so we should bring him something cold to drink. And then there's Mayuri. She's been working alone trying to find some information on Suzuha's father. If I close my eyes, I can still recall her deaths, in every detail. I resist the urge to pound my head against the wall. Ugh, relatable. Although we still have over 24 hours before that happens, I can't help but worry about leaving her alone. But currently all I can do is search for that pin. We decide to try Ikebukuro as our last stop for today. It would be nice to visit home, but I don't have the time, and besides, Suzuha's with me. Our search turns up nothing. As the evening wears on without a single lead, Suzuha and I grow quieter and quieter. We're exhausted from walking, and we can't shake the feeling that our efforts are futile. This isn't good.
そういえば
By the way, I try stirring up conversation. I should get her to talk about the future. After all, she is a time traveler. This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. I remember how shocked Kurisu was to learn that she only lives to be 44. And I was told that I'd become a terrorist. Am I really famous in 2036? As a terrorist. Oh. So, what did I do to be called a terrorist? You rebelled against CERN. You're actually one of the founding members of the Resistance. Just like my dad. I helped found the Resistance. I guess it makes sense, given what we're going through now. Suzuha is from the future of this timeline, where Mayuri is doomed to die, and where CERN forces Kurisu to build a time machine. In such a future, how could I not rebel against CERN? Rebellion against the system, destruction of order, a new age of chaos? Weren't those my ambitions as a mad scientist? How stupid. Stupid? How can I still be chasing some Chunibu fantasy when I couldn't even save Mayuri? You're fighting to free humanity. I think it's a noble cause. Suzuha is part of the Resistance I form. Does that mean she's my subordinate in the future? What sort of man am I? Suzuha's expression darkens. I said we never met, remember? Never? Never. You were killed by CERN in 2025. Damn. I was killed by the same people who killed Mayuri? They had no reservations about murdering an innocent girl. I doubt they would hesitate to kill a terrorist. Maybe I should have told you sooner. Understand? If you don't change the future, you're going to die in 15 years. Jesus. Shina Mayuri will die, you will die, Makize Kurisu will be a slave to CERN. It ends badly for every lab man. Where's Luca? Haven't heard from her in a while. I don't remember hearing about him. I have heard legends of a wizard-class hacker, though. Though I don't understand what wizard-class means in the first place. Wizard-class, I coined that term. I can imagine Daru slowly insinuating himself into every corner of the internet until he becomes a godlike virtual presence that not even CERN can comprehend. Anyway, I don't want that to happen to you guys. That's one more reason I need to find an IBM 5100 and change the future. Until I came to this time, you guys were just stories, history. But now, you're my friends. That's pretty rad. That'd be pretty rad to, like, I mean, I say it would be pretty rad to like be able to talk with like some historical figures, but also it would kind of suck because then I'd be like, oh my god, I forgot. Everyone in history is like fucking racist and misogynistic and homophobic and not great. Not great at all times, you know? So, I don't know how it would go. Appreciated. You are a lab nim now and forevermore.
Thank you.
Thanks. Oh, I've got mail! Assistant. Are you sure I can finish the time leap machine in a day? We still haven't found our lifter substitute, remember? I can't complete the upgrade without it. But it occurs to me I forgot to tell her about the 42-inch CRT. Our lifter is the 42-inch CRT downstairs. The electrical discharge phenomenon occurs... Oh, okay. Cool. Great. Whatever. I send a reply and decide to keep searching for the pin with Suzuha a bit longer. Time is quickly running out. Is there anything more we can do? Hopefully. It's early evening, but the roof of Radicon is still hotter than hell. When I provide Daru with the refreshing gift of a Dr. P, a frown appears on his sweaty face. You're supposed to give me an ice-cold 0 calories cola. Common sense, man. What? I forgot he's a cola guy. He's a Coke Zero guy. You know what? Man after my own heart. I like Coke Zero. No sense letting it go to waste. I'll drink the Dr. P myself. Daru and Suzuha start discussing the time machine. Mayuri and I watch from a short distance away. Hey, Okarin, isn't it amazing that the satellite was a time machine? Yeah, I guess so. I thought that Tider's time machine was a car, a 1970s Chevy. It never even occurred to me to suspect the satellite. I should know better than to take anything for granted. In retrospect, the satellite was suspicious from the start. Not only had it appeared out of nowhere, but Tider only started posting afterwards. I'm disappointed in myself for not realizing the connection. I'm glad Suzu-san wasn't hurt in the crash. I doubt it was anything like a crash. It probably just appeared there, displacing the wall, which then collapsed around it. After all, the time machine isn't self-propelled. It doesn't fly. I heard it's really hard to drive. I guess you heard that from Suzuha. If the gravitational whatchamacallit coordinates are just a teensy bit off, the whole time machine becomes a jelly man and goes ploop. I love her. I love this girl. We have to save her. We have to fucking save her. We have to save her. We have to. And she even said her time machine's— oh gosh, whatever, I missed that line. I'm worried about her trip to 1975. Do you think I should go with her? I wonder if I'd fit. What would you do in 1975? I'd cheer Suzu-san on, of course. I'd hold her hand super tight and tell her that everything's going to be okay. Something tells me that won't be much help. Let her help! Let her help, Okarin! Hey, Okarin, do you think the time machine has a name? A name. That's the least of what I want to know about the time machine. Time permitting, I'd like to spend a whole day picking Suzuha's brain. I'm pretty sure John Tider's first time machine had a model number, but the John Tider from 2000 might not have been Suzuha. There was no John Tider in 2000 on this world line after all. Although, I suppose it's possible that Suzuha will drop by 2000 after traveling to 1975. If you want to know, just ask Tider. Oh yeah! Mayushi didn't think of that! Mayuri giggles and runs off to talk to Suzuha. She comes back quickly. Yep, it has a name. What is it? FG204. Something something, she said. Something something? Anyway, don't you think Daru-kun and Suzu-san are a good match? What? Girl, what? Huh? Mayuri's jumping all over the place today. I look at Daru and Suzuha again. How do you figure? Daru's all about Ferris, you know. Oh, really? She tilts her head to the side. Good grief. Mayuri and I aren't of any use. I would prefer to leave Daru and Suzuha to it and resume the search for Suzuha's father, but Mayuri seems happy just sitting here. We don't have any leads on the pin or its owner. Maybe 2 days just aren't enough. No, that's quitter's talk. Like I told Suzuha, I don't want to give up. Besides, even if we don't get the information we need this time, I can use the time leap machine to repeat these 2 days until we do. Oh yeah, Mayuri, what happened to your costumes? There's only a few more days till Kamima. I remember Mayuri pulling all-nighters to get her costume done. Has that changed? I already made 2 costumes, one for Kaede-chan and one for Fubuki-chan. Weren't you making a 3rd one for Luka? Yeah, I was, but I couldn't convince her, so I gave up this time. Hey, can Mayushi take a closer look at the time machine? Just don't get in their way. Hi! Okie dokie! Mayuri beams happily, then runs over to the time machine. She's acting like this is a field trip. Behind her, the sun glows a dark orange on the horizon. It's quite a view from up here. After a few minutes watching the sunset in silence, I realize that Suzuha is standing beside me. She must have come over as Mayuri left. Our shadows are long and murky. Oh my god, wait, are they like actually gonna get together? Hashida Itaru's amazing. She didn't even call him Daru. He said if things go well, he could have the time machine fixed by tomorrow. He's a man who gets things done. And he looks so unhealthy and wow, okay. Rude. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, I have a better impression of him now. Your fat phobia is showing, Suzuha. Hey. There's something I want to say, and I feel like I'll never get another chance. Why so melodramatic? I'm really grateful to you. All of you. When I came to this time, I didn't know anyone. I was all alone in a world completely different from my own. This era is so peaceful. That's a wonderful thing. But it scared me. All I knew was the fight against CERN. But now I have friends. Real friends. Who I can share my secrets with. All these people who lived before I was born are working so hard for my sake. It's a strange feeling, but a happy one, too. I wanted you to know that. Suzuha's tone is wistful. Why? I try to speak, but she continues before I can. Living with you guys in this time, it's been really fun. This is a death flag! This is a really, really, really big death flag. When I met you, you were all so strange and unique, and over the top. And you still are! Just kidding. I was kind of shocked at first, actually. But before I knew it, I started to enjoy spending time with you. 2036 is peaceful too. People don't even fight anymore. Did you know that? How could I? I'm not even alive in 2036, right? Oh, right. Sorry. Anyway, people don't fight, ever, about anything. All forms of conflict, war included, have vanished. Poof, without a trace. Instead, everyone has dead eyes, like fish. I hate it. No one has ambition, nobody dreams, they just trudge through their lives without a single complaint. Oh sure, people smile, but they never get angry or sad. There's no individuality, everyone's a robot. You got really mad at me before, remember? I was really surprised, but at the same time, I was really happy. You're a strange girl. I guess so. Suzuha looks at the time machine. Daru and Mayuri are standing next to it, talking cheerfully about something or another. You're all so bright and full of life. I envy you. Shina Mayuri, Hashida Itaru, and even Makise Kurisu, and of course, you. Hi, cool beans! Welcome! There's nothing enviable about me. I'm worthless. I can't even save Mayuri. I want to be more like you. If you ask me, you're the amazing one. This is feeling super dating sim right now. I'm happy to hear you say that. It's thanks to all of you that I'm still going strong. Being a lab nim, even just for a little while, was great. She smiles then, a soft, sad smile that tears at my heart. What does it mean? Being with you guys even just for a little while was great. Suzuha? Change the future, Okabe Rintaro. Make it a world like this one, where people can be free. Hey, come on. Why are you being so sentimental? Are you gonna die? Does she not want to go to 1975? But I mean, she's got a time machine, so can't she just come back afterwards? Oh, hey, Cerns! Dino Cerns. Of course. When Suzuha completes her mission and brings us to the IBM, the world line will change. The future will be rewritten, and the 2036 she knows will cease to exist. To hear her describe it, the future is an awful place, but even so, it was her home. It's going. I think Suzuha is dropping some hinty hints. I wouldn't want to go to 19. I wouldn't either. I mean, well, maybe I would. The movies were kind of cool. The movies from 1975 are good. No wonder she's getting sentimental. After we fix the time machine, let's have a party. Thanks. And yet, she's still smiling that sorrowful smile. Somebody's gonna die. Somebody's gonna die. Afterwards, I hit the streets again in search of the pin. But the day ended without a single lead, so I reluctantly returned to the lab and tried searching the internet. Disco. I like disco. It's kind of fun. So far, I've accomplished absolutely nothing. My frustration is mounting. Put that on my fucking t-shirt. I can time leap again, but will that really help us find Suzua's father? Who is that? Who is it? It's me.
Hi, Mr. Okabe Rintaro.
Oh my god! It's the guy! The English guy! The voice is heavily accented. I can barely make it out. Who is this guy? CERN? I jump to my feet and scan the room, then run to the window and check the road below. Then out on the yard, I heard such a clatter. I rose from my, or sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. I will get it one day. I will memorize that freaking Christmas book one day. 'Twas the night before it's fucking August. Anyway, no suspicious figures in sight. Kurisu comes out of the development room and gives me a questioning look, but I wave her back inside. What is that? I gulp and carefully choose my words. Identify yourself. You, one more afternoon, came to our factory. Oh gosh. You, wait, hold on! I wanted to read that! You, one more afternoon, came to our factory, make inquiry, and told me your telephone number, you know? What are you saying? No, wait. I've heard this broken Japanese before. The strange Japanese filters through my brain, connecting synapses. That's right! It's that foreign street vendor I met this afternoon in Akiba, the one with the tattoos! Identified!
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. See, that was good! That was good! Oh, you're welcome! I do custom work. Yesterday night, a guest come here I remembered. That guest was please make pin badge, same one you had. I don't quite get what he's saying, but he seems really excited about it. I'll head there right now. We gotta lead. We gotta lead. Oh, God! This one. This one right here. Jumped from the top. Minna, you can't do that. You nearly gave Mother a heart attack. I about passed away on the spot. You just scared the shit out of me. I'm so sorry, y'all, if I screamed into the mic. It was just quite startling to just see this mass of, like, this little gray fluff just, like, in my peripheral vision quickly descend upon me and then land with a thud on my desk. You scared the shit out of me. Stop jumping from there. One day you're gonna miss and you're gonna hurt yourself. You are a brat. You're a brat. She's a brat. You're a brat. You're a spoiled— oh god, ow, that was my elbow. This desk is dangerous, man. Alright. Time to go. Whew, okay, now that my heart rate has reached a normal pace again, let us continue. Jesus Christ. I go to the same spot as before, although his stand has already closed. The Westerner is waiting for me.
Oh, Okabe! Hello!
Hello! Where did that guest of yours go? Client come here was yesterday time. The blue-eyed white man shrugs his shoulder. So it was yesterday. He contacted me because he remembered. What's his contact info? His name and address? Poison. Guest just for simulation. Private information. Have nothing. So last night someone came by wanting to make metal pins with the same design as Suzuha's. But he died of poisoning? The guest was just a simulation, so there's no private information? I'm not following.
Japanese, private information.
Japanese, very studious and awarding private information, become nervous and serious, yes? I don't know what he's trying to say either. That doesn't help.
If guest name or telephone number nokotte itta yo. No leak.
If guest had gave name or telephone number, however, no leak, that is business. I guess he's trying to say he can't release the private information because it's not his business, or it's a business policy that he can't release the information. Oh, this is tough. Fatigue suddenly weighs down my shoulders. I don't understand a word he's saying anymore. My head is full of question marks. In hindsight, I should have brought Kurisu to speak English for me. I guess I'll just have to wing it. What does your customer look like? Man or woman?
Well, so young or so middle. Japanese are how young ne. Look that you no understand.
Well, so young or so middle, Japanese have young face just by look, no understand. See, this is probably what I would sound like if I tried to speak Japanese. Actually, I probably wouldn't. I don't know a single. I'd be like even less understandable because I don't really I don't know Japanese. But this is probably what I sound like in Spanish. Anything else?
Judo?
A judo fighter or pro wrestler? My dad does judo. I think my dad's a black belt in judo. I think he actually used to teach judo for a while. Judo pro wrestler? What do you mean by that?
Yes!
Oh my god! Wait! Oh my god! Wait! 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 Wait. Wait. Pro wrestler. Judo. Big buff guy. Is it Braun? Braun Tube guy. What? I can't remember his first name. Mr. Braun. Mr. Braun, the guy who owns the CRT television store. Is it Braun? That wasn't a yes or no question. What the hell do you mean?
Ah, balloon! Balloon dayo!
Balloon was balloon. Balloon?
Balloon.
Balloon?
Judo.
Judo? Pro wrestling?
Good!
Good? No, not good. Are you trying to confuse me? I want to ask more questions, but the foreigner suddenly sees a policeman walking by and runs off. I consider chasing him, but decide against it to avoid police attention. I give up. The search has hit a dead end, and we have barely any time left to find Beryl Tider. I can timely begin starting at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Looks like all I can do is wait until Christina's done working, and then leap to the time the suspicious character appears at the stand. It's Braun. It's Braun. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Kurisu carefully connects the two cords she's holding. Done. The time leap machine is now complete. It's 2:30 p.m. on the 13th, about 20 minutes later than before. Kurisu walks into the lounge with a satisfied look on her face. It's just her, me, and Suzuha in the lab. I had Daru and Mayuri head to Radicon, ostensibly to work on the time machine. So that's the time leap machine. Suzuha gazes at the now complete machine in awe. I've already explained to her how time leaping works. It's as different as can be from Suzuha's time machine, which can physically displace actual bodies. What did Braun do? Braun, there's a pin. There's like a little, like a button, like a pin or like a brooch pin button thing that Suzuha had that was supposedly from her father, as like it was given to her as like a memento. She never figured out. Really? Do you mind? She's never figured out where it's actually from. And the guy at the stand apparently Like, he does custom pins, and so apparently there was a client that came by asking for this pin, and since we're trying to find out who made it, I think it's Braun. Because Braun is the only guy that's been, like, buff and probably looks like a pro wrestler or a judo fighter. So that's what Braun did. At least I think. I don't know yet. Makes you remember the future, right? That's pretty interesting. Suzuha crosses her hands behind her head and looks up at the ceiling. Intuition, sixth sense, deja vu. I wonder if those things are actually you recalling future memories. Some of CERN's researchers in my time came up with the theory that memories are a way of sharing information across world lines. The morphogenetic field! Maybe it's similar to that. I just wish we knew more about Okabe's reading Steiner thing. Is it unique to Okabe, or does everyone have the potential for it? And Okabe's is just stronger by coincidence. One thing's for certain, my consciousness leaps to the past along with my memories. I still don't understand why that is. It would make more sense if you experienced a change in the present, like you do when you send a D-mail. Does your consciousness depend on your memories? The problem is that consciousness doesn't have a form that we can see. Same goes for the soul. Those things are still in the realm of religion. Even in 2036, the existence of the soul hasn't been proven, and nobody's proven what forms consciousness either. I see. That's a little disappointing. Sending my consciousness back has let me change some future events with more precision than D-mail, but other events are locked in by convergence. I could change the method of Mayuri's death, but never the fact that she dies. That's not how it works. The future is always determined. Then why does the path there change? Because the world line changes. When you leap into the past, you take different actions from before. Divergence changes, if only a little bit. In most cases, that fluctuation won't amount to more than 0.00000000001% on the divergence meter. Small changes might not register at all. When you change the cause, the effect merely shifts to a separate, already existing world line. Since those two world lines are almost exactly the same, you barely feel any difference. So is that why reading Steiner didn't react? It's not like the previous world line disappears, it keeps existing as another possible world line. That's the many worlds interpretation, right? In any case, they're not parallel worlds. So, is the future reconstructed? I guess you could say that. I'm confused again. Maybe it's impossible for me to fully understand the structure of the universe. Anyway, that's enough discussion. It's time for me to leap again. I explain the situation to Kurisu and have her activate the time leap machine immediately. Here we go! To the past! Again! Whee! It's the night of the 11th. I went back about 40 hours. My objective is to keep watch on the street vendor's stand in the hope that Suzuha's father might appear. I sent Suzuha elsewhere. I don't want her to be disappointed if I come up empty-handed. I'm standing out of sight a short distance away from the stand, munching on energy bars and soy milk to appease my growling stomach. I've already been here for 2 hours. I forgot to ask for the exact time the suspicious character appeared, so I had to begin my stakeout before sunset. Now it's 8 p.m. and the stand looks like it's about to close. Is this another waste of time? Did that foreigner give me false information? But just as I'm finishing my milk, someone approaches the stand. Is that? It's Braun! It's Braun! I jump out of cover. I did not see that coming. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a gosh diddly darn minute. Wait a gosh damn diddly darn minute. I did not see that coming. Wait, why? What? How? What? Wasn't he supposed to be on the top? Daru, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Daru jumps in surprise. But I'm the one who's really shocked here. Yeah, I am too. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be fixing the time machine? I was gonna ask the same question. Aren't you supposed to be fixing the time machine? The storekeeper is looking at us funny, so we decide to change locations. Aren't you supposed to be fixing the time machine? Alright, Daru, what were you doing at that street stand? Don't tell me you were trying to counterfeit duplicates of Tider's pin. Fine, I won't tell you then. So that's what happened. God fucking damn it, man. Daru was the suspicious character the foreigner told me about. So all that stuff about judo, pro wrestling, and balloons was referring to Daru's size. Judo, he meant sumo. Oh my god. No! I thought we had a lead! I thought we had a lead! Oh my god, could he have been more confusing? Damn, it was all for nothing. Also, motherfucker, weren't you supposed to be fixing the time machine? So why were you trying to make... Your reaction was exactly mine. Cool, we're on the same page. This is some bullshit. So why were you trying to make counterfeit versions of the pen? I wasn't trying to counterfeit it. Close enough. Well, I meant it as a backup plan, I guess. Amanashi's gonna be sad if you don't find her old man, right? So if that happens, I'll show her the badges I made and, well, why that her dad was here. Dude! So you'll give her false hope. You're an asshole! Why are you doing that? You don't have to put it like that. Remember, there are good lies and bad lies. Bad lies hurt people, good lies save them. What eroge did you get that from? Seriously. Kladan. It's not an eroge. It's a visual novel that teaches you the meaning of life. Wait, isn't that Clanad or something? So, should I... I'm like so disappointed. I'm like really disappointed. Daru's expression suddenly turned sad. Clanad. Okay, yeah. Because the D and the N were switched. Told us to, I guess I'd better tell you. He's got a big mouth as usual. Still, he seems dead serious, so I'd better hear him out.
I
heard this from Amanashi when we were... Can only leap to the past. Oh. That's why she was so sad, because if she goes to 1975, she can't go back. That's why she shows up in... That's why she shows up in 2000. Oh, that's... Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was, At first, I don't understand what he means, but I do.
俺が知っているタイタンのタイムマシンは未来方向にも飛べた。
実際に見たん？
見たわけじゃないが。
Well, no.
そもそもオカリンの言ってるタイターって2000年に現
Besides, when you
れた
say
やつ
Tider,
でし
you
ょ？
mean the one who appeared in
僕はそんな
2000,
タイタ
don't
ー
you?
見たことも聞
I
いた
don't
こ
know
と
anything
もない
about
け
that
どな。
Tider. That's right, the Tider I know and Suzuha aren't necessarily the same person. Although their time machines are similar, there are significant differences. For example, one looks like a Chevy and the other looks like a satellite. So, wait. Once she leaves, she can't come back. You're saying that if she goes to 1975, she can't return to 2010? Not without living 35 years in real time. Is he serious? Does that mean Suzuha's time machine can never return to 2036? Didn't I just say that? Then it's defective. Right. She said the time machine was incomplete. Incomplete? Incomplete? According to Amanashi, her old man built it in secret by reverse engineering CERN technology, but CERN killed it before he could complete it. Amanashi insists that it's fine as long as she can link to the past, but... Are you sure about this?
本人がそう言
She
った
said
し
so herself. I
天
don't
音氏
think
が
she was
嘘をついて
lying.
ない限りつうわけ
Oh
で
boy.
今この時代に
So if
タ
she
イムマ
doesn't
シ
meet
ン
her
の
old
修理
man
が
before
終わ
the
る
time
ま
machine is
でに
repaired,
もう二度と会
she
う
might
機
never
会は
get
ない
another
かもしんないじゃん
so that's why he was trying to make a copy of that pin as evidence that Suzuha's father was here.
だが
But making a fake version of her father's pin isn't going to solve anything. A lie is a lie.
嘘は嘘
バレなければ
But if we don't get caught, I wave Daru silent and massage my temples. Need to think. What difference does it make? True, Suzuha might be sad about missing her father, but that's none of my business. My top priority is Mayuri's safety. Ah! That's right. I mustn't let my emotions control me. I need to be more rational, more logical. There's a Japanese proverb, he who pursues two hares will catch neither. However, that sad smile on Suzuha's face. Now I understand what it meant. I feel something tighten deep within my chest. Oh no! The next day as night falls, I summon all lab mims except Kurisu to Radicon. It's boiling hot on the rooftop even in the evening. When I provide Daru with the refreshing gift of cola, his sweaty face lightens up. Yay! An ice-cold zero-calorie cola! How thoughtful of you! It wasn't a Dr. P this time! Daru happily takes the cola and chugs it straight from the bottle. Afterwards, Daru and Suzuha start discussing the time machine. Mayuri and I watch from a short distance away. And now we're repeating dialogue!
あ
Yeah, I guess
あ
so.
そうだ
ビルに突き刺さっちゃってるけど、あれって重力うんたら、しかもね、1900な2人乗りだったらね。
お前が一緒に行ってどうするのだ
決まってるよ。ねえねえオカリ、
Do you think the time machine has a name? If you want to know, just ask Tighter. Even though I know that it's
そうだね。
something else. I already know what it is.
しっかりしてたよ。名前
Has a name.
FG204
FD204 something something, she said. I look at Daru and Suzuha again.
ダルはそもそも
Daru's all about Ferris. Oh, really? Hey, can Mayushi take a closer look at the time machine? I nod and Mayuri runs over to the time machine again. Behind her, the sun glows dark and orange on the horizon. As Mayuri leaves, Suzuha comes over to stand beside me. Our shadows are long and murky in the fading light. And we're back here!
すごいね。見た目は不摂生そうでさえ。
A refreshing breeze blows by. It was quite hot a few minutes ago, but the temperature's finally starting to drop.
さ、
Hey,
今言わないと機会を永遠に逃しちゃう。
we know that you can't come back, Suzuha! Oh, now he's getting real sad.
知ってる？
Are you listening? After a moment's hesitation, I give a little nod.
私さ、
I'm really grateful to you, all of you.
初めてこの時代に来た時、
Oh
この時代
no.
の方がすごく平和
Yeah,
な
we already read all this dialogue.
今、私が生まれる前に生きていた人たちとその気持ちは本当だから。
I've heard these words before, just like last time. Her tone is wistful.
あのマシンは
Her time machine can only leap to the past. The truth I heard from Daru plays in my head in an endless refrain.
この時代に来ることができて、君たっていうか、君たちみんな
Oh
す
god,
ごく
it's
頑張
sad!
ったいつの間にか
But before I knew it, I started to enjoy spending time with you.
2036年はさ、
Oh my god. I shake my
とに
head.
かくさ、喧嘩すらその代わり誰も覇気がなくて笑いはするけど、個性なんてこの前あの時すごく
Oh no. Suzuha looks at the time machine. Daru and Mayuri are standing next to it talking cheerfully about something or another.
君のラボに出入りしてるみんなは
You're all so bright and full of life, I envy you.
椎名まゆりも橋田至も
Oh my god.
私も
I want to be more
み
like
んなこ
you.
うして頑張れてるのも
It's thanks to you all that I'm still going strong. Being a lab mem, even just for a little while, was great. She smiles then, a soft, sad smile that tears at my heart. This time I know what that smile means. Being with you guys, even for just a little while, was great. Obviously knew from the beginning that as she traveled to 1975, she could never return. Change the future, Okabe Rintaro. Make it a world like this one, where people can be free. The first time I heard her speak these words, I thought she was sentimental because she couldn't return to her original 2036. I was wrong. Forget about 2036. She can't even return here to 2010. Not without living 35 years. She'll be 54 when 2010 comes around. The present us and the present Suzuha can never meet again. Yeah, because she's older? Are you fucking... Oh my god. Wait, what? Okay, anyway. Suzuha chose this mission. To change the future, to save Mayuri. Unless Suzuha travels to 1975, Mayuri will die. But then, what about Suzuha herself? When she leaves for 1975, she'll have to sacrifice everything she has here. How does she feel about that? Do you... Do you regret spending time with us? What do you mean? Do you regret making new friends here? New memories? Do you wish you had kept your distance? You've already abandoned one life, now you have to abandon another. In a sense, it's like you're killing yourself. Did Hashide Itaru tell you? Suzuha frowns. He's worried about you. Jeez, I told him not to tell anybody. Well, how do you feel about going to 1975? It doesn't matter how I feel. Suzuha's expression suddenly hardens. I have to go. It's the path I chose, and it's what my dad wanted. What if we ask you to stay? I'll go anyway. One of those guys on @channel asked what right I have to change the future and decide the fate of human race. He had a point. But still, I don't want the future to turn out like that. I want the people in my time to be free like you. Free to laugh and play, fight and argue, get sad and cry. If I change the future, then no one will die. Not you, not Shina Mayuri, and not my dad. Maybe I don't have the right, but I'm going anyway. Even if you can never return? Aw, come on, the 70s aren't a bad time, you know? I'll find friends just like you guys. We'll have a blast. Going to the disco! Seeing the rise of serial killers! Just like that, Suzuha is back to her normal self, but despite her cheerful smile, I'm certain that her resolve was forged from fear and doubt the likes of which few can imagine. I was a fool to think my words could sway her. Damn. Beneath the clear blue sky. Roller skating! Ugh, yes. I love roller skating. I haven't been roller skating in a while. I'm pretty good at roller skating. I have to just toot my own horn for a little bit. Tube socks. Don't they still have those? Don't we all still have those? Bell bottoms. Bell bottoms. Paisley. Ugh, that's... I hate Paisley. The pattern Paisley. It's very groovy. I hate it. It's so ugly. Wood paneling. Ugh. Mirrored ceilings. Isn't that a product of the 70s? Wait, now I'm going down a path. Anyway, Daru gazes at the time machine with a satisfied expression. Paisley is absolutely hideous. I want to vomit. Carpeted walls. Oh god. Well, okay, wait. I can kind of get behind carpeted walls, depending. Shag carpet though. Shag carpet was yeah, shag carpeting. That's definitely a 70s thing. That's definitely a oof. Oof, big oof. Fringe vests. Fringe anything, really. There was a lot of fringe in the 70s. Mayuri is jumping for joy, and Kurisu, who ran over as soon as she completed the time machine, is visibly relieved. Quality American cars. Lava lamps! Hey, lava lamps! That's right, Star Wars came out in the 70s. Suspiria. I've been thinking about Suspiria a lot. I don't know why. Meanwhile, Suzuha is struggling to attach her mountain bike to the time machine's exterior. She likes it so much she wants to bring it with her to 1975. Oh, the original Suspiria they saw it in theaters? Ah, okay, that makes sense. That's pretty cool though. That's pretty awesome to be able to see that in theaters. I mean, my experience of seeing it was pretty nice too, because I'm pretty sure it's on the Criterion channel, I believe, right? Or it is a Criterion movie, if I'm not crazy. So I did get to see like a nice restored version of it, but that movie just really stuck with me. Also, the original one is way better than that remake. I mean, the remake was okay, but I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't hit the same. It didn't hit the same. I preferred the old one. But I will say that new one with Tilda Swinton though. Tilda Swinton gets all the awards. That's all I gotta say. If you haven't seen it, you'll understand. If you do go watch it, I think it's on Amazon. But if you, yeah. Anyway. Meanwhile, Suzuha is struggling to attach her mountain bike. Oh, right. She was going to take her mountain bike to the 1975. Kurisu was worried that it might cause a time paradox. My heart is still heavy. Should I let Suzuha leave like this? I chide myself with the thought. It's not my choice to make. Suzuha isn't from this time. If she doesn't want to stay, then I have no reason to keep her from leaving. Suzuha finishes securing her bicycle and turns to us with a soft smile. It's not the painful forced smile I saw yesterday. We don't perform a startup test. Activating the time machine would draw too much attention. So we're just going to wing it. Fortunately, we have the time leak machine for insurance. My only regret is that we couldn't find her father. It's you! I know it is. I know it is. Thanks, guys. Really, I can't thank you enough. The gang's all here. Don't forget about us. Oh, I'm sure she won't. If you want to thank me, then let's make out. Bruh! Control yourself, perv. The lab mims pat Suzuha on the shoulder and offer words of encouragement, each in his or her own way. Alright, take this. That's the pen. Suzuha offers me her father's pin. Oshima 7010. I guess it's not the full gang, yeah, because... Okay, first of all, Shining Finger can go fuck herself. Second of all, Ferris is not there and Luca is not there. Luca is also, so it's not the whole gang. But Shining Finger can go fuck herself. She was my favorite for a while. I was like, oh, she's like sweet and like can't, she's like, very social. But then I was like, holy shit, she's a total badass. But wait, she's an evil badass. And that hurts my heart. I see we don't like Shining Finger in this chat. I can appreciate a villain, but she is a villain. And she murders my actual favorite character, Mayuri. Which is just unforgivable, okay? It's just unforgivable. Cerns, you understand. This is for you, Akabe Rintaro. Keep it in the lab, will you? Somewhere out of sight is fine. Suzuha. Is she regretting her decision to leave? Is this pen meant to be proof that Amane Suzuha was here with us in this time? What about the pin? Taru hesitates for a moment, then steps forward. What if your favorite character is the real villain? That would be quite the twist. She's not 32. It's been a minute since she's actually said toot-to-do. I need a good little toot-to-do to make me feel better. I don't know what to say. What if the real villain was the friends we made along the way? What if the friends we made for the real villain is the characters that we have in our hearts? That was really hard to come up with. Did you see the wheels grinding in my brain trying to figure that out? I stay silent, there's nothing I can say. I could stop Suzuha from leaving if I tried, but unless she goes, I can't save Mayuri. Oh, we got a new...
ここでマユシーから重大な発表があります。
Mayushi has an important announcement to make. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is this? What is this? I can't handle this. Wait, anime says the real villain being the friends we made along the way is illegal. Anime says... Wait, hold on. Anime says the real villain being the friends we made along the way is illegal. Why would it be illegal? That'd be quite the twist. That'd be like a Truman Show-esque kind of twist. Like... Actually, wait, that is basically the plot of the Truman Show. The real villain is the friends he made along the way. 'Cause, you know. Anyway. Anime friendship. Ah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, and can't have the villain be the most powerful, because that would just break logic. that would break the fantasy of storytelling, where good always conquers evil. As usual, she completely fails to sense the gravity of the situation, though I suppose it's our fault for not telling her the truth about Suzuya's time machine. In any case, she has my attention. What could her announcement be? Could Mayuri have found out that she's fated to die? I quickly glance at Kurisu, but she seems just as confused as I am. Aw, Midna, what is it? She's like staring at me.
マユシーはですね、すずさんのお父さん、見つけま
What?
した。
Wait, what? 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 Pardon?
Huh?
Excuse me? Excuse me? What?
マジ
Huh? What? What? Mayuri passed out. What? How? Who?
会いたいよね。
Well, he's here with us today.
今日はお父さんに
It's
来ていただ
Okabe.
いてます。
It's Okabe.
どこ？
Where? Mayuri has us hook, line, and sinker. Midna? Oh, she jumped up there again. I scan the empty hall, but there's no... It's Okabe.
それでは発表します。
Allow me to
すず
introduce
さんのお父さんは
Suzu-san's dad is... Granted, hold on. Before we do this, I just want to say I was super wrong about the pin thing. I was super wrong about that. So there's a very real chance that this is absolutely going to blow my mind. But I'm locking it in. My final answer is that Okabe Rintaro is actually the dad. And that's why never met him, because he never told her his real name, and he went by it's him. And scene. Oh, her little drum roll is so cute.
セルフドラムロー
Is
ル
that a drum roll?
じゃかじゃん。すずさんのお父さんはダルくんです。
Whoa, what? No. He's lying though. But he's, oh God, oh no, she got the, oh God, no, she probably saw him trying to make the pin and then, oh God, no, this is not good. Unless it actually is, in which case, wait a minute, what is Ferris's name? What is Wait, do we know Ferris's full real name? Because if they get together, and that's her mother, and then... Cerns! What does that mean? What does that face mean? Oh my God, is it actually Daru? Wait. You're fucking with me. But I mean, I was answering a question. I see what you did there. Oh my god. Our mouths drop. After awkward silence comes awkward laughter.
そのロジックはジョークになってない
That
でしょ。
joke's not even logical. It's
そもそも
impossible
こ
for
の
this
変態が
perv to
結
get
婚なんて
married.
できるわけないし。
Damn! Fucking savage! The man could find love. I believe that the man could find love. He's got a lot of character development to do in the regards of, like, you know, treating women like people instead of objects. You know, there's room for improvement, to say the least. But, my god. I mean, he's got some potential. He's fucking wicked smart. Like, what?
Yeah.
And he clearly is a very dedicated person. Fated to become a wizard when he turns 30. Wow, they really went there. They really went there, didn't they? They really went there. Isn't that like an old, like, incel type thing, sort of, where it's like if you are a virgin by the time you're 30 you turn into a wizard because you're not corrupted or any. Did they actually just okay, I guess.
少しは実調しろ。でも事実だから反論できない。
This poor man! Dari falls to his hands and knees, devastated. Oh god, wait, hold on. That makes the whole weird thing where they were like maybe kind of flirting a little bit super weird. Super weird. Oh my god. Ooh, she tried to fuck her dad. Not like really, I guess. I guess she was kind of, I don't know. It's very implied that she was flirting, but like even, oh no. This is awkward. This is real awkward. Oh, come on, man! He was flirting with her. Oh god. They didn't know. They didn't know. My dad wasn't fat. Dude! Dude! You could change— We're skipping this. I'm not even going there. I'm not even going there. I don't even want to talk about that. Thank you, my Yuri! See, this is why she's my favorite. She's calling it out. They are being really mean. Only one to stand up for me. You're an angel. Do you love me? Nope. Oh, fuck! Do you love me? Nope. Harsh! Wow! Oh god. That was rough. That was really rough. I really feel for him. I don't think she was returning it. Well, I guess, I hope not, because, well, 100,000,000% sure that— oh god. What's your proof? I was thinking about the letters on Suzuha's pin. After staring at it really hard, I noticed the 7 in 7010 looked a little weird. It's not a 7, it's a 2. The line fell off the bottom. I think that hurt more than the other comments. Probably, Dracor, probably. Oh, that's right, yeah. It's a 2. It's easy to see on the picture we took. 2010, but that's this year. Then what do the letters mean? That's what's in school. What? That's easy.
マキセでもってアマネ。
Oh my god, wait! Okabe, Shina, Hashida, Makise, Mueka, Luca. I'm forgetting somebody. Who am I forgetting? Oh my god, there's somebody else. Who am I forgetting? Fuck, who am I forgetting? Sir, tell me out! Who am I forgetting? Okabe, Shina, Hashida, Makise, Amane, Luca, Mueka, Ferris! 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 Holy shit, dude!
Sure.
They made pins! They made lap member pins! That's really sweet, though! That's like really sweet. Man, I mean, I don't know why Mueka's there. The bitch. But that's really sweet. That's really sweet. I'm actually like, wow.
これラボメンの頭文字じゃん。
It's our initials.
2010年って言ったら何かなって考えたら、ね、
It's the year of the lab mims.
ラボメンの年だって思って。
The year of the lab mims.
未来ガジェット研究所ができたのは
The Future Gadget Laboratory was founded this year.
そういうことか。
So that's what it is.
でね。
And you know, Suzu-san has lots of stories about future Okarin and future Chris-chan, but not a single story about Daru-kun, right?
ダルくんの話はちっとも出てこなかったでしょ。
それを言うならマユシだって。
There weren't any about Mayushi either. Daru's observation startles me. It's an obvious thing to wonder about, but it strikes too close to home.
マユシはラボメンだけど、タイムマシンは作れないし、争い事も好きじゃないから。
Oh god. No, the reason there aren't any stories about Mayuri is because she dies in a few hours. Only Kurisu, Suzue, and I know that, and we say nothing.
でもね、ダルくんはスーパーハッカーだし。
But Daru-kun's a super hacker, Okarin's right arm, and even helped Okarin make Phone Wave Chan, so I thought it was strange Suzuha-san didn't know him. Okame's group has membership pins! Yes, they do!
名前が出てこない。すなわち名前を偽っている。
So you're saying he used a different name?
すずさんがいたレジスタ
Beryl Tider-san helped Okarin found the resistance, right?
オカリンとバレルタイターさんもいたんでしょ。で、
And he was in Akiba in 2010. And he was able to build his own time machine. And he knew about Okarin's reading spaghetti.
Reading Steiner.
Reading Steiner. He knew about it. Doesn't that fit Daru-kun perfectly?
確かに。
She's right. Do you remember the day Suzu-san went to meet her father? She thought he would be at the time machine offline meet. We know that because we tailed her. Daru-kun was supposed to be there too, right? That meet was seriously important to the history of Japanese sci-fi. At least I got to sneak in while tailing Amanashi. I don't remember that. It must have happened because of the D-mail I sent. This is the curse of reading Steiner. Although I keep my memories from previous world lines, I don't acquire memories of events on the new world lines. Dad told me about that meet when I was little. I don't remember what he said exactly, but I thought I might be able to meet him there. So if I'd been at the meet, everything would have been okay? I don't know. I don't think I'd have picked you out as my dad. Still, the evidence keeps piling up. And then there's the time machine's name, FG204 something something. What was it? Second edition version 231. That naming sense, it's gotta be Daru. FG probably stands for Future Gadget. Future Gadget number 204. Barrel Titer has got to be Daru-kun. Come to think of it, last night, Mayuri asked how to say barrel in Japanese. His name is a fucking pun! His name is a fucking pun! Honestly, this couldn't have worked out any better. I'm so happy. I'm just lose. I'm not mad. I'm actually like, I'm just like, oh my god. Can we just like take a moment? Can we also take a moment to appreciate the fact that Mayushi is the one who figured that out? Like, I'm such a sucker for like the trope of like the dumb one being like so dumb that they loop back around to being smart. Like, so dumb. So like out of just not understanding, just like not able, that they loop all the way back around and end up at the smartest one in the room. Like, it just, oh, that trope is so satisfying to me. I love it when the ditzy one is like ditzy and cute, and then all of a sudden just fucking boom, dropping knowledge bombs. Also, can we just all say, canonically, Daru fucks. Amazing. We're focused on the time.
Daru?
Wow. Yeah, they didn't. Mayuri had her.
Daru.
She's living in 3008. We are so 2000 and late, and she is so 3008. Daru. Hey, what is that? Oh, is it Occam's razor? The simplest solution is usually the correct one, or something. Man. Also, that's so clever. It's a pun in Japanese. That's. Fuck, man, that's awesome. I'm so happy about this. That's way better than my theory, which I thought it was Okabe, but that would have been, wow. It's a pun! It's a pun! Say Hashida. Why? Just say it and find out. Daitor? Taru Titer, Barrel Titer. Oh my god. Oh my god. For reals? For super reals? Oh my god. Oh my god. Everyone's jaw drops again, only this time we're staring at Daru and Suzuha. That's her dad. I think she looks just like her father. That could just be the placebo effect, yeah. I don't see the similarities in the eyes or the face or even really the hair.
名探偵椎名真由里だ。
Detective Mayushi!
そんなこと言われたの
That's the first time anyone said that. She's such a ditz most of the time, but maybe she's more perceptive than anyone knows. That's what I'm saying. My daughter?
天主が僕の
In regards to Daru, you are the father. Oh my god.
父さん
Dad?
そういう時はパパと呼びなさい。
Oh, don't make it
時
weird.
ぐらい変態はやめろよ。
For once in your life, don't be a perv. We are all Kurisu at this point. Dad. Suzuha tries to hold back her tears but can't. They fall from her eyes and roll down her cheeks. Seeing this, Daru stops his joking and lets Suzuha speak.
私
I came, Dad. I came to see you in the time
父さ
machine
んに
you
会うため
built.
に父さんが
うん。
父さんのやろう
This
と
is
して
a
いた
little weird, I'm just gonna say, but like, I'm gonna try to like suspend my disbelief for a minute because I'm gonna finish what you started, I promise.
うん。
Yeah. Watch over me, okay?
見てるよ。
I'm watching, of
絶
course
対
I am.
見てるよ。
Is this the first hug that he's received from a woman, though? Like, what? That's the main theme. Oh my god. Wow, this is like father and daughter reunited across time. No longer a hug virgin. I mean, yeah.
ちなみに
Yeah,
君の
this
母
is...
さんは可愛かった。ロリ顔で背が小さくてだけど巨乳ってのを希望。
Oh my god. Why? Why are you doing this, man? Request petite girl with cute face and big... Oh my god. That's a
それは
secret.
内緒にしとく
Oh my god. When Suzuha finally steps away from Daru... Oh my god. Why is... What? I'm sure his mom... You're right. You're right. His mom
さ
hugged
て
him.
とこれで
Well, that takes care of everything I wanted to do on this world line.
さっぱり立つそろそろ
Guess I should be going.
待て。
Wait, you're going already? Don't you have more to say to your father?
父
What am
親
I
と
doing?
積もる
Suzuha's
話はあっ
mind
た
is
りし
set.
な
I
いの
know
か
that nothing I say can't... I can say will convince her to stay. It's madness to even try. If she stays, Mayuri dies. I know that. So why am I trying to stop her?
私は大丈夫
No, I'm fine now. I'm going to get an IBN 5100 just like I promised.
手に入れてみせるから
I know. Why can't they just talk to girls normally? Oh, hello, Frankamo!
未来を変えるのは
I'm a good bean. I'm glad I'm a good bean. You're a good bean. You're a real good bean.
荷物をこの秋葉原に絶対持
I'll
って
bring
く
it to
る
you
か
here
ら
in Akihabara. That's my duty, and I'll see it through.
君たちに責任を持って託すからお願い
Change the future,
変えて
please.
ほしい
Nobody speaks and nobody nods. We don't have the words. But she sees it in our faces. Resolve. Suzuha has entrusted us with her will and her mission. We meet her gaze, each of us, and silently swear to protect them to the end. I'm just reeling from the... She was just like, well, I found my dad. Bye! Wow. Okay, this time we'll make sure it never happens. Mayuri will live. Kurisu will be free. Change the world. My final message, goodbye. Suzuha will grow up knowing her father. We must change the future, that all these things may come to pass.
それじゃ35年
Well,
後に会おう
see
ね
you in 35 years! Though I guess it'll only be a few hours for you guys.
そうそう
Oh, I almost forgot. The time machine gives off terrific ultraviolet rays when it jumps.
紫外線
So
光が
make
すご
sure
いから
not to look
直
directly
視し
at
な
it.
い方がいいよ
With that final warning, Suzuha boards the time machine. She waves once, and then the hatch closes behind her. Moments later, the machine comes to life. A shrill alarm starts ringing. There are no other sounds. It makes less noise than I'd expect. People on the street below start shouting and cheering at the satellite's sudden activity. They all look up and point. My phone vibrates. What? This is not a good... Oh. Thanks. Goodbye. Goodbye. When I failed to stop her on a previous world line, she sent me the exact same message before leaving. But this time, the word holds a completely different meaning. I lift my eyes from the message to see the space around the time machine beginning to warp. A cocoon of light appears and envelops the fuselage. The fuselage? Fuselage. I don't know. I squint my eyes against the brilliance. She said don't look directly at it! My god, man, you'll go blind! We will never see her again. Not this Suzuha. Yes, we can seek her out in our time. I know that I will make the effort. But the next time we meet, an immense gulf of time will have divided us. No matter how hard you wish it were different, she will not be the girl we knew. All of a sudden, Daru takes a step into the light.
Suzuha! Kitto mata aou na!
I'm sure we'll meet again. I'll do my best until then. I hate myself for not knowing any other way to say it, but I'll do my best. I'll do my best, I promise. So Suzuha, do your best too. At this point, Okabe probably thinks of the meaning behind it. Yeah. Every time it's different. Context changes. His words probably can't reach her anymore. As the light grows more intense, I raise my hand to shield my eyes. Bathed in radiant particles, the cocoon slowly unfurls. The next thing I know, Suzuha's time machine has vanished into thin air, leaving a hole the size of a dump truck in Radikon's wall. The air is thick with the smell of ozone and seems to pulse softly where the machine stood. We stand there for a while, staring silently at the empty spot while the summer breeze blows gently past, as if the wind were fate itself. Unfortunately, we don't have time to mourn her departure. I think this is a good place to save. I'm gonna save right here, overwrite. I'm gonna save and overwrite. First two. There we go. And I think I'm gonna end the stream here before we get into the next part of our chapter, where we're probably gonna try to figure out what we can do with the IBM 5100 that hopefully Suzuha has brought us from 1975. Which, holy shit, that was a wild ride, and I did not see really any of that coming. Daru's a daddy, I guess. Daru's a daddy. Good for him. Daru's a daddy. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me on this Steins Gate stream. I'll be streaming again, most likely, on Monday. I mean, unless something crazy happens. I'm gonna probably post a poll on my Twitter to figure out what my schedule will be. I don't know. I want to play more Blackwell Legacy, but I don't know if I'll be... I don't know, I might change up my schedule a bit. You never know. You never know. But yeah, follow me on all of the Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all the social medias. If you haven't already at this point. I've got some, I did post some new art actually, and I've been working on some commissions and stuff. Oh, if you know anybody who needs art commissions, I am currently open, so send them my way if you think that they would like my stuff. Yeah. And, what else? Let's see. Let's do a fun little raid. How about we do some Hades? Corton Berry, the voice of Dusa, is playing Hades right now, so I think let's raid her. Give her a good little Friday raid. Maybe brighten her night/day. I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.
す